Radio Rahim with Kalle Sauerland in a barn burner of a press conference.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got it kicked off nicely here today. From your side of the table, how did that thing feel?
Well, you sort of sit back, and I've started to learn that at Chris Eubank Jr. press conferences, and just enjoy. Because that he's going to come out with some provocative stuff. I think Liam bit on it. I think he bit since the first press conference, and I've got to sort of side with Junior on the fact when you do DM a man, that you're going to fight, you're somewhere in his head, aren't you? I mean, obviously you got to be in, you should be in his head because he's boxing him, but to then direct message him on certain things, it clearly must have sparked something. I think the personal statements, low, eh? Interesting. But like I said, forget boxing. Let these two guys be in a workplace together. Yeah, they wouldn't get on, would they?
I don't think they would
down
anywhere.
The pub, or sat at the bar and they were the only ones in the bar, they wouldn't get on. They wouldn't be talking. They'd probably go outside to sort it out another way. We are privileged on Saturday to see these two men settle this. I don't really call it beef. This difference in characters. We're gonna see what's going on. I said before the tough northerner against the flamboyant southerner. Gonna see.
Well, I believe it definitely became personal here today. If it weren't before.
I think everything before was like we were talking about, sautéing and chopping and 50%, and Liam was talking about, you're not a proper boxer and things like this, and that's fight talk. Today, some of the things that were said were personal.
When you talk about making this fight,
I do still think it's an authentic person that came from the gut, and this isn't some made up beef, and I think everyone feels that. That's what excites people about this fight. Look, they just really don't like each other. By the way, in that face-off, not for a second did I think that either one would do something silly. It wasn't that sort of a face-off. There is that respect somewhere there, and they both know it's a tough fight Saturday, but at the same time, it's all entertainment, and it's here for us to watch and enjoy. And then Saturday night, we're going to be enjoying a great fight while they go into the absolute frying pan, which will be the Manchester Arena.
Well, we all are fully informed about how difficult a promotion you had last time out when it didn't result in a fight on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Talk to me a bit about the pivot from what would have been a spectacle of legendary names clashing in a new generation to what, at least by my estimation, is a much better matchup.
Yeah, a lot of the boxing guys are saying that. The one is, of course, a bit more mainstream because everyone, Eubank, Ben, is these iconic names together. Guys my age. I'll leave you out there. You're much younger than me, but going back, sort of 20-something years, that you're, or even more, 30. So I don't even say it, but it takes you back down memory lane. That's what's so special about it. This is live. This is a fight that's been talked about for a long, long period of time. And one that's now made, and people, for viewers outside the UK who don't know about the UK, well, people from Liverpool and people from the south don't tend to meddle too well, so it's got that little bit of that little bit of salt and spice on top of it.
When Eubank talks about coming in at 50% and how this isn't an easy or a tougher fight for him than Ben would have been, is he making a mistake there?
No, I mean in terms of the Ben fight, it's not tougher, but I think what he means is with Ben there was a lot of unknowns. With Smith, we know. He's tough, he's rough, he can fight dirty, which hopefully the ref will be looking out for. But that's what he does. He's a rough and tough fighter, isn't he? At a very high level. He's a very good boxer, Liam Smith. Very, very good boxer.
Are you concerned about what you describe as the dirty fighting?
No, but look, I'm sure we'll have a good ref and he'll take care of that. But Liam's rough and tough. I don't mean he's like a horribly dirty fighter. I'm just saying he's rough and tough.
Just a little bit of a dirty fighter.
A bit of rough and tough. There might be occasionally sneaks one that goes slightly below the belt, and you got to watch out with the head a bit with him. And there's occasional elbow that can go flying. But that is what the ref has got to be there for. But I always say, get one low, you give one back, ain't it?
And lastly, Kalle, is Triple G set up for this next fight if Eubank is able to be successful on Saturday night?
Isn't Rahim, you know boxing well enough. Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. But at the same time, I've got to say, given also the few months we've had, we've spoken to a lot of different parties, looked at different fights and things, and just feelers out. We haven't entered any negotiations with anyone yet, so it'll be a case of enjoying the victory on Saturday first, and then making the next move. We don't look past Saturday. It's a live fight. Looking really forward to it.
Any prediction for Saturday night?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I think it's going to be a
But the
proper.
result, are we looking
No, I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going to go. They're going to come out all guns blazing. I think Liam's going to hold his own for 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I think it's going to be a really good fight for 3-4 rounds. I think then, it's going to be body shots. I can see Liam wearing out earlier, and the speed of Junior will then kick in, and you'll see that. What I said a few times is that you'll see the difference in what speed can do in boxing, especially the second half of the fight, and I expect him to stop around the 9th, 10th round.
Well, I'd like to echo Roy Jones Jr.'s comments and thanking the fighters and the promoters for putting together a fight that fans want to see when they want to see it. And we'll be seeing that.
It's a fans fight.
It's a fans fight, this one, and we'll see it Saturday night. Thanks to you and the fighters involved. Radio Rahim with Kalle Sauerland.
Good to see you, Ray.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.